All right. It is the Tuesday evening, A Course in Miracles study group from Unity of Livonia. A long time group. I know I've been facilitator of this group since 2007. So, oh my God, is that going on 20 whole years? Do I do the math right? All going on 20 years, something like that, 19 years. So I feel blessed to be able to do this and to have some, I guess I'd have to say, some loyal followers. And we've seen a lot of folks kind of come and go over the years, but still we just keep a core group and we keep the faith with A Course in Miracles and our cover to cover study of A Course in Miracles. And, it takes us, our study schedule for the course is a 12-month study schedule. But then we've added on the two supplements by Helen Schuckman, uh, Jesus Helen Schuckman. And so, really, that takes 3 months. So, our trip around the sun, if you will, takes about 15 months altogether. And so, it's a remarkable undertaking. And I hope you guys are continuing to benefit from hearing the teachings, the modern day teachings, I guess I'd say, of Jesus. Uh, Comments or questions before we delve into the psychotherapy zone? All right. Well, if you'll recall, psychotherapy had three parts. Part one was called the purpose. Part two is called the process. And the last part is called the practice. So we are almost finished with part two, the process of psychotherapy. And we left off, or maybe I should say, we should start on page 15, it's section Roman numeral 7, the ideal patient therapist relationship. Um, Before we pick up, any comments about what we've looked at so far? Some of you have done this study with me before. Dee, have you done the supplements before with your groups or?
We're right in, no, we're not in them yet. We're almost to them.
Oh, okay.
We're
Well,
in
this,
towards
so,
the end of the manual for teachers.
all right. So, what do you think of this so far? If this is your first time going through it, is it what you thought it was? Is it what you expected about what psychotherapy is and how it's practiced and things like that? D.
Um,
Yeah, I'm asking you because
oh,
this is your first time.
I thought you said the ones that did it the first time. So that's why I wasn't
Oh,
answering.
no, I'm asking you because this is your first time going through it, correct?
No, not my first time.
Oh, okay, then I
Uh,
stand corrected. Is there anybody here that's doing this for the first time? Oh, all right, then I have no further questions. All right,
Well,
let's
then
let's
can those that have not doing it for the first time, can we answer anyhow?
Well, sure. Let's put the
Okay.
question back out there.
So I think it's the same as I mean, the whole course is psychotherapy. Is it not? You know, the course is understanding of what psychotherapy is.
Okay, so no surprises to you. It fits in pretty much with the whole course philosophy so far.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Other comments? Is it what you thought it was gonna be? Uh, is it better the second time around, or are the cobwebs still there as much as the first time?
Well, I'm enjoying it because I can see the similarities, I can see what they're saying, and also through the relationship that I have with my therapist. So when I'm reading this, it makes common sense because that's the type of relationship I have with him.
Wow. Have you had other therapists before, Kathleen, if
Yeah,
I might
yeah,
ask?
yes,
Do
yes.
you find your current therapist a bit different in a good way?
Oh,
Or have
yes.
they all been?
Well, my first therapist also is in the same group that he was in, so it's the same. But the in-between therapists, yeah, they weren't anything like this.
Okay,
So this is just,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah. So you found one that is really, as I've heard you say, it's like trying on shoes, and you found one
yeah,
that
and
seems to really fit. So I'm
yep,
certainly
yep.
glad to hear that. Why don't we go ahead and plunge in then and see who's not reading tonight? Would that be Hildegard, maybe?
That would be Hildegard.
Ah, see, I'm getting to know you. So I've got D as number one, Kathleen two, Joni three,
No, I'm
no
not reading.
reading. So D1, Kathleen 2, Ron is 3, Jim is 4. Is that everybody?
And
Yep.
you,
Yeah, so I'm the fourth, and then we have two non-readers, right? So that makes everybody. We are on page 15 in the psychotherapy supplement section. Is everyone there?
Yes.
So if you are, D, why don't you get us started here, my friend?
the ideal patient-therapist relationship. Who then is the therapist and who is the patient? In the end, everyone is both. He who needs healing must heal. Physician, heal thyself. Who else is there to heal? And who else is in need of healing? Each patient who comes to a therapist offers him a chance to heal himself. He is therefore his therapist. And every therapist must learn to heal from each patient who comes to him. He thus becomes his patient. God does not know of separation. What he knows is only that he has one son. His knowledge is reflected in the ideal patient-therapist relationship. God comes to him who calls, and in him he recognizes himself.
Whoa, let's stop, please. What about these pronouns? Jesus makes such an efficient writer. I can't fault him for that at all. It's just that in his efficiency, I tend to get lost sometimes. So you understand the first sentence, right? It says, who is the therapist and who is the patient? In the end, everyone is both. You mean everyone is a therapist and a patient?
Yeah. Giving
Uh-huh.
giving and receiving are the same. That's what I get out of this paragraph.
Yeah.
All right. So on my part, because I'm dealing with these pronouns in sentence 7, each patient who comes to a therapist offers him a chance to heal himself. Who is him?
The patient.
So each patient who comes to a therapist offers the patient a chance to heal himself. Is that
Well,
correct?
it's a
No,
therapist. It's a
it's
therapist.
yeah, yeah.
Ah, so that first him is you saying it's the therapist? You
Yeah,
with
the
me?
therapist will heal a chance to heal himself.
So, and then sentence 8, he is therefore his therapist. Who's he?
The patient.
The patient is therefore his therapist,
Right.
and every therapist must learn to heal from each patient who comes to him. 10. He thus becomes his patient. Who's he? I put down therapist.
Therapist. Yeah.
Yeah.
The therapist thus becomes the therapist's patient or the patient's patient. I'm confusing you further.
I don't think it actually means that the patient is the therapist, but there's a role reversal. Because as you talk in therapy, you may talk about something that might be a wound for the therapist. So it opens that therapist up to looking at that place in him that needs to be healed.
All right, let's say we go with that. But again, in 10, he thus becomes his patient. What's our consensus of who he is?
The therapist is the first one, he.
Okay, so the therapist thus becomes the therapist's patient,
The
Patient's
patient's patient.
the
patient.
patient. Oh, wow. And
Yeah.
is that going back to the role reversal I heard? Was it Dee mentioning,
Kathleen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kathleen mentioning? God does not know of separation. What God knows is only that God has one son. God's knowledge is reflected in the ideal patient-therapist relationship. How am I doing so far?
Good.
God comes to him who calls. Who's him?
Either one is a
Ah,
patient.
I
I
think
think
it can, I think that him can be both.
I think
that
so too. That's my interpretation. Are we in sync or you want to maybe debate it? Interesting. God does what he know. Okay. His knowledge, I got lost. God comes to him who calls, whether it's the patient or the therapist. And in God, he recognizes his true self. Speaking of either the patient or the therapist.
right.
All right. Does that help? I
Yes.
know it sounds incredible, but like everything in the course, but I think we sorted through that fairly well. So, excuse me.
Yeah,
With
well,
that,
we have to figure that it is God because it's capital himself is capitalized, so that should be an
yes,
indication.
yes. Um, Okay. But wait a minute. And in him, God, he recognizes himself.
So,
The therapist and client.
Right.
And why is that capitalized? That's what I'm nitpicking for you.
Well,
Himself.
Because when the whole idea of therapy is to learn about our true self by letting go
All
of
right.
everything
So
that's not.
yeah, I agree. That last himself is speaking of the higher self in
mhm.
both the patient and the therapist.
right.
All right. So Dee, why don't you do another paragraph now that we got that down? You had a
To
comment
me,
though?
this paragraph is also saying when the we learned it as when the patient is ready, the teacher will come. When the student is ready, the teacher will come. But it's also saying
When
when
the
the
teacher is
teacher is
ready,
ready, the student will
the
come.
students show up, you see?
So for
So
the
there's
therapist,
that.
they receive the clientele that they need for their own
Interesting,
therapy.
isn't it?
Yeah.
See, we think
But
all of it. Go ahead, Hilda.
but there's another issue I was just thinking about to say, because your higher self doesn't need a therapist because your higher self is perfect in and of itself. It is part of, it is God Himself. So it
Yes,
so it has to refer to the ego, the earthly plane.
I think it's saying that both the purpose of psychotherapy, stated another way, is for both patient and therapists
Right,
to heal themselves by recognizing their higher self.
right,
So the whole goal of psychotherapy is to recognize who you are.
right,
And that is all that's going on here. If everybody is both a patient and a therapist and is looking for healing or help, the healing is to restore them to their higher selves so that they recognize it's that adage that says know thyself, or seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and it'll answer all your other concerns. All your other concerns start to melt away in light of recognizing what you are, who you are. How's that sounding so far? All right.
Sounds good to me.
All right, me too. Ron, you good?
I'm working on it.
All right, buddy. Keep smiling too. Looks good. D, you want to continue or you got
Question,
another?
if you're
Yeah.
working on it.
Oh,
Yes,
Ron. Ron's working on it.
I'm working on understanding what we're reading and what we're talking about.
Do you have a question? Sometimes you can't even form questions.
Right now, I don't have a question.
All right. Let's just say that the only thing going on here in the dream world is for people to wake up. We do a myriad of activities. We engage in a myriad of relationships. But the purpose of every relationship is to restore our recognition of who we are. So when you run into a loving butcher at the butcher shop, if they still have those, that butcher is a therapist. He is showing what he is, his higher self to you, and hopefully it will encourage you to find your higher self. You say, well, how is he doing that? By being the love that he is. Pure, unadulterated love. All the time. Don't you recognize that when you see nice people?
Mhm.
And sometimes the butcher won't even know what they're participating in. Doesn't matter. Okay, I see your chimes just went off.
The peace of God is
It's
shining in me
shining
now.
in me now. Lesson 188. Dee told me I didn't know that all by myself.
My chime told me.
There you go. I used to do that stuff too. I don't blame you. Go ahead, Dee. We're on paragraph 2.
Think carefully, teacher and therapist, for whom you pray, and who is in need of healing. For therapy is prayer, and healing is its aim and its result. What is prayer except the joining of minds in a relationship with Christ can enter? This is his home, into which psychotherapy invites him. What is the symptom cure? When another is always there to choose? What is symptom
Yeah, I don't get
cure?
that. Go ahead, read it again. And let's,
What is symptom cure when another is always there to choose? Not sure.
yeah,
But
keep
once
going.
Christ
Yeah,
but once Christ enters in, what choice is there except to have him stay? There is no need for more than this, for it is everything. Healing is here, and happiness and peace. There are the quote unquote symptoms of the ideal patient therapist relationship, replacing those with which the patient came to ask for help.
I got that last part. Hi, Sherilyn. I'm glad you could
Hi,
make it.
me
Hello.
too.
We are in psychotherapy page. We just finished the bottom of 15, page 15,
Got it.
and we actually finished that paragraph, but we need to talk about it, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I was okay in paragraph 2 until it got to what is symptom cure?
I think
When
symptoms.
another is always there. I got it. Go ahead, though, Kathleen.
Well, I was just going to say symptom cure is just the outcome of the relationship. The
Symptom
outcome of the relationship is to find that healing place. It's not. It's symptom cure is like the cure of. It's just another word. Oh, I know what it means, but it just symptom cure is just another name for what the outcome. Because when you go to the paragraph here, the sentence. Let me flip the page.
16.
Are you still?
These are the symptoms of the
Yes.
ideal patient therapist relationship.
Yes.
That's what the symptom cure is.
All right.
That's what they're referencing to that. Replacing those with which the patient came
Okay.
to ask for help.
So to me, what I think he's saying is, he's saying, what is symptom cure when another cure is always there to choose? But once Christ enters in, what choice is there? Here, let me just say it in my words, and you can critique me on that. They came for a relationship. They thought about one thing,
Right.
and to their surprise, they found something even greater.
So
from
it's
Exactly.
that
actually never the
relationship.
symptom that they came in
Right, right,
with
right.
that is the problem.
Yes. And he says on top of 16, sentence 9, these are the quote unquote symptoms of the ideal patient therapy relationship, replacing those with which the patient came for help. So their original idea of helping was a, a was not really why they were coming together. What do you think?
So it reminds me, and I don't know what lesson number it is, but the lesson that says we're never upset for the reason we think. So they
7?
came in with
No,
one,
go ahead. I'm
they,
sorry. No,
the
that's
patient came in with one understanding of why he's upset, and it had
yes.
nothing to
And
do with
they
that.
found it was something else, and that something else benefited both of them. So I think it's lesson 5. Okay, as far as whatever.
Yeah,
But
that
how's
same
that?
idea.
You know, okay. So
You do
what?
it to me all the time, Jim.
We're all what we're saying is remember the principle or the law of cause and effect. We think we're acting on our own volition, and yet there's a bigger plan going on despite our petty activities.
Oh, well, we have cause and effect mixed up. We think we're acting on, we think the cause is what's going on out there, that they cause me to feel so and so.
Correct.
And really, that's that the cause is in me to begin with.
And so when two come together in openness, sincerity, and love, it makes space for Christ to enter. And then, as Jesus says here, um, what is I'm on paragraph 2, sentence 3. What is prayer except a joining of minds in a relationship which Christ can enter? This is his home into which psychotherapy invites him. But then look at sentence 6. But once Christ enters in, what choice is there except to have him stay? That's not what you were necessarily looking for, but that's what the ideal patient therapist relationship can provide, something far more than what you went there for.
And we don't look at it as form, we look at it as, well, typically when we go to therapy, it's because we're complaining or blaming someone else.
You know,
And it's certainly, not initially welcome to see the problem isn't in the other person.
and yet
We don't think.
if in with respect to readiness, the progress that can be made benefits both
Mhm,
from that relationship in a way that is more than they thought it was.
mhm.
Ron, what you think?
It's making some sense. I still have to probably go over it
You
again
know,
on my
but
own.
one of the things I'm finding, and thank you, is that when we first read it, it's hard. But if we put our collective attention on it and we go back and just kind of put it into bite-sized pieces and collectively we do much better than this than it looked initially in terms of understanding. So thank you for helping me. So Paragraph 3, we're ready, right? And we're up to Kathleen.
Okay.
Hmm.
The process that takes place in this relationship is actually one in which the therapist, in his heart, tells the patient that all his sins have been forgiven him, along with his own. What would be the difference between healing and forgiveness? Only Christ forgives, knowing his sinlessness. His vision heals perception and sickness disappears, nor will it return again once its cause has been removed. Thus, however, needs the help of a very advanced therapist capable of joining with the patient in a holy relationship in which all sense of separation finally is overcome.
All right, you see we need to stop at each paragraph. So
Oh,
what are
yeah.
your thoughts here? I'm a little okay. I'm okay with this one, kind of. Where do you have questions, my friends?
I think this explains that first paragraph that was so confusing, in that the therapist and the patient are one and the same. The patient is the therapist, and the therapist is the patient's therapist, in that they join in in seeing their sameness, no separation. Not one is higher than the other.
Okay. So, in a sense, the therapist teaches the patient about his innocence, and in so doing, learns about his own. Who's his own?
Where are you?
Is it the therapist or the patient? We're
The,
at
the
the end of
therapist.
sentence.
The
Yeah.
therapist.
Well, the first
Okay.
one is, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's helped both of them, not just the patient, but by the therapist teaching forgiveness of the patient. Remember the principle in the course that says you learn what you teach?
Mhm.
So by teaching forgiveness, the therapist learns of his own and is feeling the forgiveness himself or herself. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining us. Come on in. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. There you go. We can see your face. Listen, we are well into it. We're on page 16 in the
I don't
psychotherapy.
have it in front of me. I just
Okay.
came downstairs, so I won't read tonight.
All right, my friend. Well, listen along because we're deep into it as usual. So, what I'm just saying, what I'm seeing is under the guise of psychotherapy, salvation is being found.
And what the word the word that's coming to me is osmosis. And
Mm.
osmosis is where one flows into the other and the other flows in. It's an open flow back and forth. And that's what the relationship of the patient and the therapist is it's an open flow back and forth. Each teaches and each learns.
There's teaching and learning are the same.
Mm-hmm.
D said giving and receiving
Mm-hmm.
are the same.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the beginning, it said, uh, everyone is both a therapist and the patient.
Right.
All right. Other
So,
comments? If not, we'll move. What's your one?
where was it? This first sentence, the process that takes place in this relationship is actually one in which the therapist in his heart tells the patient
That
that
all.
all the patient's sins have been forgiven him along with his own. So you're knowing it for yourself along with it's reminding me of the statement, a couple of statements. One, that our brothers are our saviors, and we have to accept the atonement for ourselves first, and then we could see in our heart the same innocence in
Yeah.
our brother.
Mhm.
What you teach. Now, what is teaching? It says what you teach teaches you.
Mhm.
What is, and it makes me think of Jesus's definition of teaching. He says to teach is to what?
Demonstrate.
Okay. So when you demonstrate this to others, you're demonstrating it for yourself, and it strengthens your resolve, not just in the patient, but it's strengthening you as well. So once again, we have this mutual benefit going on, and not this I'm higher up here and I'm giving you something lower down there to help you. I don't really need it. Okay, kind of attitude. Ready for paragraph 4? Kathleen, we're doing 2 paragraphs tonight. You ready? Kathleen? Well, she's up. Oh, we lost Kathleen. All right. Hopefully she'll be back. Ron, we're up to you for paragraph 4. And then Sherilyn will be the reader after Ron. How's that?
Okay.
Good deal. So
Okay,
we're at Ron right now. Yes, at 4.
paragraph 4. For this, one thing and one thing only is required. The therapist in no way confuses himself with God. All unhealed healers make this fundamental confusion in one form or another because they must regard themselves as self-created rather than God-created. This confusion is rarely, if ever, in awareness, or the unhealed healer would instantly become a teacher of God, devoting his life to the function of true healing. Before he reached this point, he thought he was in charge of the therapeutic process and was therefore responsible for its outcome. His patient's errors thus became his own failures, and guilt became the cover, dark and strong, for what should be the holiness of Christ. Guilt is inevitable in those who use their judgment in making their decisions. Guilt is impossible in those through whom the Holy Spirit speaks.
Thoughts about paragraph 4?
So keep depending on the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
When you do that, guilt is impossible. So that's at the very end.
Wonderfully stated. Let's just make sure we can visualize this. Everyone needs to do this. There are no people up here and people down there. We're all the same. We're all therapists and we're all patients. It may look like one knows more than the other. And if you have a therapist who goes in there thinking, as Jesus said, that they are in charge of the therapeutic relationship, then they're not going to get this done in a way that heals. So the ideal therapist is I don't want to use the word priest because we'll think about somebody higher up, but this whole thing is a spiritual endeavor. Doesn't it say at their highest, there is no difference between psychotherapy and spirituality? Let me give you another example, see what you think, and discuss. Remember the Beatles?
Mhm.
Were they entertainers or preachers?
Preachers.
They were both.
They were both, yes.
You've heard some lyrics and songs that just touch your heart.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
God, for all the music that Stevie Wonder put out, I was listening to one of his concerts just the other night. Okay, it's you know, music and performance, and a lot of his songs aren't at the depth. But man, some of the things that they say, you don't expect to come out of the mouths of entertainers. And yet, the ones that achieve a lot of great stardom, it's amazing to me how many spiritual messages are in their performance. And I don't think they necessarily know that that's not really their goal per se. They're just speaking. It's kind of like us, you know, when spirit takes over, when you're in your creative mode and stuff just kind of flows out of you. And in the case of these musicians, what flows out phenomenally impacts a lot of people. And they'll look at that, what they wrote, and say, wow, did I write that? You ever have that feeling when you
Well,
say or write? Yeah, Kathleen,
I
comment.
was just going to say it's the Holy Spirit working through them.
That's, and you don't know that when you're young, but now we look back and say, just like in the therapeutic patient psychotherapy relationship, everything that's going on around us is some version of that relationship, ideally. So isn't it in the course when it says, when you see someone, remember it's a holy encounter? Have y'all heard that one from a course? And
Yeah.
so what I'm hearing is this is all a facade of activities, but what they're really headed toward is salvation. Salvation is the recognition of our higher selves. And that is it. We try and bring it about in many ways, but I'm trying to see what he means by that in this writing. What are your thoughts? Anything else?
And it's the recognition of our higher self in everyone as well.
Yes, if we're all one, yeah, the things just kind of fall together
Yeah,
once you start getting it for yourself.
yeah.
Other comments? What about that statement about forgiveness?
Excuse me. Sue
Yeah.
has her hand raised.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
thank
so
you.
sorry, Sue. Go ahead, dear.
I
Go.
wanted to share that when I wrote my book, um, I believe that God wrote my book. I just followed the example, so to
Yes,
speak.
yes.
And when I wrote my book, I knew not a thing about writing a book. I've always been a writer, but I never knew nothing about writing a book.
Yeah, me too.
And
Yeah,
the words that flowed, the people that came forth, eh, only two people were from Michigan. The rest were from other states. And I got even into Hollywood from referrals. But I always felt it was God writing the book.
yeah,
Uh,
me too. I understand what you're saying, my friend.
yeah, it was when I let go. If I wasn't letting go, that's different.
Yeah,
But when I said, okay, you take over,
yeah,
God, you write the book,
yeah. And you kind of know,
you
like
know the
every day
difference.
you work on your book and you don't try and figure it out. You just make the space and just start. And all of a sudden, you'll read it and say, oh, yeah, that's good. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I had one rule. Nobody could be a part of the book unless they had experience with prevention of suicide or thoughts of suicide or whatever. And that was a ruling I had. And I have people say to me, and I say, how much do you charge and blah, blah, blah. And they'd say, I can't charge you because of
Okay.
the nature of the book. That
Yes,
was God.
yes,
Because if I really paid the full price to write that book, it would have been a fortune.
I understand. And yet, where there's a will, there's a way. And you just open, and this phenomenal stuff comes out. Thanks, Sue. Yeah.
You're
Um,
welcome.
that's the way I felt too. And that's the way I feel a lot of times. That's when I feel at my best, is when it's not me.
I have
Um,
to give another example. And I don't know if everybody here knows, but I broke my foot. I screwed up and I fell. And I broke it in three places. And a lot of things happened to tell me that I was being coached by God to help people in rehab centers and with healthcare again, which I've done before. And um, um, when I broke my foot, I had very minimal pain all the way through. I had surgery on three fractures and fragmented areas. And the surgeon said to me, well, how do you feel? I'd say, well, I can feel that it's there, but I'm not in pain. And nobody could figure it out
yeah,
how I had so little pain when people have severe pain. I
yeah.
can't give you the answer.
I understand. I've had experience. I did 41 radiation treatments
Oh
for
my goodness.
cancer. I had not one side effect through that whole process. And
Mm.
they were surprised. None? Not, no, I'm good. So you got a witness over here, okay, Sue? I know what you mean. Um, we're sorry we lost you, Kathleen. I'm glad you're back. But do me a favor, I'm gonna have Ron read the next. Weren't we on Ron?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. So Ron, read your two, and then we'll let Kathleen pick up somewhere before we finish this section.
I think I read four, didn't I?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay, so we're on five.
Yes.
And we're on page 16 if anybody's
Mhm.
not aware of that.
There you go.
Okay. The passing of guilt is the true aim of therapy and the obvious aim of forgiveness. In this, their oneness can be clearly seen. Yet who could experience the end of guilt who feels responsible for his brother in the role of guide for him?
Mm.
Such a function presupposes a knowledge that no one here can have, a certainty of past, present, and future, and of all the effects that may occur in them. Only from this omniscient point of view would such a role be possible. Yet no perception is omniscient, nor is the tiny self of one alone against the universe able to assume he has such wisdom except in madness. That many therapists are mad is obvious. No unhealed healer can be wholly sane. Wow.
Comments? You all getting this part? I like it.
Mhm.
Okay. So when you enter into a relationship, whether you're a therapist or a patient, and everybody is both, this book just said, please don't think you're in charge of what's supposed to happen in that relationship. Isn't that what he said about the therapists? Those therapists are not the ideal therapists that the patient's looking for.
Their
Kathleen?
egos have gotten in there.
Pardon me?
Their egos have gotten in there.
Precisely. Yeah. Kathleen, now we're ready for paragraph 6, if you could read that.
Sure. Yet it is an insane, okay,
As insane.
yet it is as insane not to accept a function God has given you as to invent one he has not. The advanced therapist in no way can ever doubt the power that is in him, nor does he doubt its source. He understands all power in earth and heaven belongs to him because of who he is, and he is this because of his Creator, whose love is in him and who cannot fail. Think what this means. He has the gifts of God himself to give away. His patients are God's saints who call upon his
Sanctity?
sanctity to make it theirs. And as he gives it to them, they behold Christ's shining face as it looks back at them.
Comments? We doing pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sherilyn, we're on 7. Would you
Okay.
also do 8?
Yes, sir. The
Thank you.
insane, thinking they are God, are not afraid to offer weakness to God's Son.
Hmm.
But what they see in him because of this, they fear indeed. The unhealed healer cannot but be fearful of his patients and suspect them of this treachery he sees in him. He tries to heal, and thus at times he may, but he will not succeed except to some extent and for a little while. He does not see the Christ in him who calls. What answer can he give to one who seems to be a stranger, alien to the truth, and poor in wisdom, without the God who must be given him? Behold your God in him, for what you see will be your answer.
Comments?
See? Oh,
Go ahead then, Sherilyn, if you don't have.
I did read two, didn't I?
I thought you only
That's-
read one, 7,
Oh, all right.
do 8,
Okay. Okay.
please.
Think what the joining of two brothers really means, and then forget the world and all its little triumphs and its dreams of death. The same are the same are one, and nothing now can be remembered of the world of guilt. The room becomes a temple, and the street a stream of stars that
Wow.
brushes lightly past all sickly dreams. Healing is done, for what is perfect needs no healing, and what remains to be forgiven where there is no sin.
What a good writer. He's closing this out nicely. And despite the initial confusion, I think he's explained to us that the therapeutic relationship is a way to find God for both the therapist and the patient. Let me read this last paragraph. Be thankful, therapist, that you can see such things as this if you but understand your proper role. But if you fail in this, you have denied that God created you. And so you will not know you are his son. Who is your brother now? What saint can come to take you home with him? You lost the way. And can you now expect to see in him an answer that you have refused to give? Heal and be healed. There is no other choice of pathways that can ever lead to peace. Oh, let your patient in, for he has come to you from God. Is not his holiness enough to wake your memory of him?
Mm,
Wow.
mm.
Mm, mm. Wow. Mm.
What in sentence 6?
Yes, ma'am.
You can and can you now expect to see in him an answer that you have refused to give? So in the patient, see
I
an
think
answer.
I think that's what he's saying in the patient.
Okay.
Can you see an answer in the patient that you've refused to give to yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, definitely.
The answer to the relationship is the omniscient one. If you want to heal truly, didn't it say back on the other page where it talked about the omniscient one?
Mm-hmm.
One that keeps the past, future, something like that. Comment? Was
So
there?
this is saying that we're going to find the answer in the patient if we see the patient correctly. And
That's
can
what I'm
you now
saying.
expect to see in him an answer that you have refused to give? Okay.
And the answer is to see your brother's innocence.
Innocence. Yeah.
I know it seems like it's sometimes very difficult because of the external interference and all the judgments that we've been taught to make on our own. But my judgment is never the answer. So, how can I answer the patient's questions if I've refused to answer first myself? And then I can take that into the relationship, bring it into the relationship and connect. The ultimate therapist is the omniscient one. Why would you choose anything less than the omniscient one who knows everything? What does omniscient mean?
All knowing.
Everything, all knowing.
Wouldn't that be the best therapist?
And so why do we not choose God in every moment of our life?
That's
The
that
same deal.
ego.
It's not a therapy patient, um, formal
Okay.
therapy patient. And
Every encounter is a holy encounter. You've heard
And
this?
every encounter with myself.
That's included in
Yeah.
every. Kathleen,
I was just going to say everyone is omniscient. They just don't realize it. They just haven't opened up to it.
now that omniscient one is within each of us.
Exactly. And the role of the therapist is to help you realize that you're omniscient.
And in so doing,
The
help
therapist
the
realize,
therapists
yeah,
themselves
yeah.
to more fully
So
realize it.
what keeps popping into my mind is what we studied, the role of polarity plays here, and the one before that, so above and so below. And it's like
Or
swinging from one side to the other side. The therapist, you swing from one side to the other side, but then you find balance in the middle.
I understand. Kathleen's referring to our Monday night study where we're doing the laws of polarity, vibration, rhythm, things like that. So I'm glad you're seeing a connection here,
But what do
Kathleen.
you mean that the therapist swings from one polarity to the other? That's where you lost me, Kathleen.
Well, I mean, it's like like you and the therapist are coming from, depending upon where the therapist is, you both are coming from two extreme opposites, and you're finding a balance in the middle through your
Oh,
relationship.
I think the therapist needs to not be in the polarities. That's what it's saying. The
But
therapist need, otherwise they're an
but what
unhealed
it is,
healer.
yeah, but in reality, it may not be so. So the therapist needs to, when he's in the relationship and something occurs in the relationship and it touches him, then he needs to then work upon that place so there can be balance.
I don't know. I'm hoping my therapist stays in the truth at all times. In all honesty,
No, 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 no,
I'm
no.
sincere about this.
I think the confusion is because you have not done the polarity study that
Right,
we are doing. Let's just say that the only real therapist is the omniscient one.
exactly.
And so the patient is at this pole, okay, and seeing things the way they see it, which society might say, oh, you got a problem or you're having issues. And the therapist is the magician that helps people get rid of the issues. But in truth, issues are only resolved through the omniscient one. And if the therapist thinks that they're in charge of that relationship, that is a failure on their part, a refusal to move from their polarity of a big time teacher to, hey, look, we're in this together. I need help too.
Exactly, exactly.
But if the therapist takes that premise to begin with, he's the unhealed healer. If he
Precisely.
thinks, yeah,
Exactly.
Yes, yes, you got it. We're on the same page, right? Uh, let's take a short break and then we'll come back and see where we are if we need to just close out. I don't know about you, but I could use a break.
Yeah, yeah. My brain really can't absorb anything more.
Well, maybe we'll see where we are after this. You guys are doing great. Thank you.
I'm calling my heart, calling my heart, calling my heart. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Pray within me, pray within me, pray within me. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, na, ne. I'm calling my heart, calling my heart, calling my heart. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, me. Pray within me, pray within me, pray within me. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, 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 wanna, hey, Anna, hey, hey, hey. Oh, Mother Earth, oh, Mother Earth, oh, Mother Earth. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, me. Teach me to walk, teach me to walk, walk in your way. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Oh, Father Sky, oh, Father Sky, oh, Father Sky. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Teach me to fly, teach me to fly, fly in your way. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Oh, brother sun, oh, brother sun, oh, brother sun. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Shine on your light, shine on your light, shine on my way. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Oh, sister moon, oh, sister moon, oh, sister moon. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Lighten my dreams, lighten my night, the night of my soul. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Hey, ah, 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 oh. Ah, hey, 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 ah. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, ah, hey, ah, hey, hey, oh. Hey, ah, 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 oh. Ah, hey, hey, ah. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, ah, hey, ah, hey, hey, oh. Warrior of light, warrior of light, warrior of light. Hey, Anna, hey, Anna, hey, hey. Come and guide me, teach me to fight, fight with no war. Hey, Anna, hey, Anna, hey, 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 hey. Children of this life, children of this life, children of this life. Hey, Anna, hey, Anna, hey, hey. Teach me to laugh, teach me to laugh, laugh in your way. Hey, Anna, hey, Anna, hey, 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 hey. Angels from above, angels from below, angels from within. Hey, you wanna, hey, na, hey, nay. Come with your grace, come and heal me, come and heal me. Hey, you wanna, hey, na, hey, nay. Hey, na, hey, nay. 'Cause when we embrace all that exists, all that is here, hey, you wanna, hey, na, hey, nay. Then the heart prays, then the heart shines, then the heart sings. Hey, you wanna, hey, na, hey, nay. Hey, na, hey, nay. Hey, you wanna, hey, na, hey, nay. Hey, na, hey, nay. Hey, ah, hey, ah, hey, oh, ah, hey, hey, ah. Hey, hey, ah, hey, ah, oh. Hey, ah, hey, ah, hey, ah, oh. All becomes love, all becomes love, all becomes love. Hey, you wanna, hey, na, hey, nay. When we are one, when we are one, one with the love, one with the love, one with the love.
I don't know about you, but that helped me out.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all talking about the same subject. This LOVE. What a subject, huh? Hey, listen, are you up for a paragraph or two? No?
From what going on?
Well, we can, yeah. I want to go on into starting the third section, the practice of psychotherapy. And it has 3 total sections. And not that we're going to do that tonight, I just want to get started. But that has 3 sections and will be finished with psychotherapy. What a great presentation that whole thing was. And I had a headache at the beginning. Wow, I struggled, but the more we got into it, I think I got it. I hope you kind of got it as well. If you're willing, I want to call on Dee Newman as our reader on page 18 about the practice of psychotherapy. And I figure we'll spend maybe 5 minutes and we'll call it an evening, okay?
Okay.
Please.
The,
Hilda, you okay, Hilda? All right. Can you give me a little? First of all, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I just figured you don't want to hear me.
Oh, you all right? That's
Yeah,
that beautiful smile. Thank you.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right. We're going to do a paragraph or two. D, try paragraphs 1 and 2. Let's see where we are.
the selection of patients. Everyone who is sent to you is a patient of yours. This does not mean that you select him, nor that you choose the kind of treatment that is suitable. But it does mean that no one comes to you by mistake. There are no errors in God's plan. It would be an error, however, to assume that you know what to offer everyone who comes. This is not up to you to decide. There is a tendency to assume that you are being called on constantly to make sacrifices of yourself for those who come. This could hardly be true. To demand sacrifice of yourself is to demand a sacrifice of God, and He knows nothing of sacrifice. Who could ask of perfection that He be imperfect?
Comments. We're doing it for every paragraph. I think we're in the flow. That follows. And everyone who is sent to you is a patient of yours. Is he talking about like a PhD therapist when he says everyone who is sent to you? Does he mean just psychotherapists, everyone who's sent to them?
I don't know what he's referencing in paragraph 1, to be honest. I don't know if he means in the supermarket or if he really means in your practice.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'm
think it,
thinking everyone you meet, Kathleen.
Yeah.
yeah, I think it can apply to both. It's like whoever you encounter.
That's
You
right.
know, it's whoever you encounter and whoever you have a conversation with.
Every encounter is a holy encounter. Boy, that keeps ringing back to me. He said
Hmm.
it previously, and now it's really hitting home even more. Unless there's something else, how about the next one, Dee?
Who then decides what each brother needs? Surely not you.
I'm sorry.
That's fine,
Go
perfect.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Oh,
Who surely not you who do not yet recognize who he is. You who
who
do
asked?
who do not yet recognize who he is who asks.
Mhm.
There is something in him that will tell you if you listen. And that is the answer. Listen. Do not demand. Do not decide. Do not sacrifice. Listen. What you hear is true. Would God send his son to you and not be sure you recognize his needs? Think what God is telling you. He needs your voice to speak for him. Could anything be holier or a greater gift to you? Would you rather choose who would be God or hear the voice of him who is God in you?
Mm. Um, Stop me if I'm going too fast, Kathleen. We're on 3.
Your patients need not be physically present for you to serve them in the name of God. This may be hard to remember, but God will not have his gifts to you limited to the few you actually see.
Mm.
You can see others as well, for seeing is not limited to the body's eyes. Some do not need your physical presence.
Mm.
They need you as much and perhaps even more at the instant they are sent. You will recognize them in whatever way can be most helpful to both of you. It does not matter how they come. They will be sent in whatever form is most helpful: a name, a thought, a picture, an
Mm.
idea, or just a feeling of reaching out to someone somewhere. The joining is in the hands of the Holy Spirit. It cannot fail to be accomplished.
So finish us up, Kathleen, and we'll take any final questions and comments.
Sure. A holy therapist, an advanced teacher of God, never forgets one thing. He did not make the curriculum of salvation, nor did he establish his part in it. He understands that his part is necessary to the whole, and that through it he will recognize the whole. when his part is complete. Meanwhile, he must learn, and his patients are the means sent to him for his learning. What could he be but grateful for them and to them? They come bearing,
God.
wait a minute, they come bearing God. Would he return this gift
No,
for,
would he refuse? You see it?
oh, I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty seeing here, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. You
Would
know,
he refuse this gift for a pebble, or would he close the door on the Savior of the world to let in a ghost? Let him not betray the Son of God, who calls on him is far beyond his understanding. Yet would he not rejoice what he can answer, when only thus will he be able to hear the call and understand that it is his?
so comments here, questions. In summation, on my part, what am I? I am as God created me. Why am I here? To participate in God's plan of salvation. That's the only reason I'm here. Okay, if you think it's something else, get over it. This has nothing to do with your individual, egoic, separate heaven-seeking self. None of those things are true. My role is to do as I'm told. My ego doesn't like that. I don't care what my ego likes. He's crazy. If I'm a leaf of the tree and not the root of the tree or the trunk, that's my assignment, to be the best leaf I can be. And that is all. Comments from you?
I like that.
Yeah.
I'd like sentence 3 in the last paragraph too. Meanwhile, he must learn, the therapist must learn, and his brothers are the means sent to him for his learning.
So you said, help me, God. Help me, Holy Spirit. And that's what's going on. Well, you say, I don't understand it. What are you using to understand is the problem.
To me, what I get out of that is our brothers are our saviors, whoever we encounter.
Cause and effect. These are not random encounters, my friends. Kathleen, were you going to say
No,
something?
I was just agreeing with you.
I like that.
And so it also relates to somewhere we said that psychotherapy and spirituality are one and the same.
It's
Mhm.
And
just a different form
yeah.
of teaching salvation, you see?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Y'all have a good time across the board, or
Mm-hmm.
I thank you for staying the 90 minutes and that like we always do. But you're a remarkable group of people, in my opinion. And that's coming from spirit, not me. We're going to close, and we got the mighty closer. Come on in, Hilda.
Okay. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. I am the light of God.
I am the light of God.
Right, God.
I am the love of God.
I
I
am
am
the
I
the
love
am
love
the
of
love
God.
of God.
I am the power of God.
I am
I
the
am
power
the
of
power
God.
of God.
I am the presence of God.
I am the
I am
presence
the
of God.
presence of God.
Therefore,
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 wherever I am,
wherever I
wherever I
am,
am,
God is,
God
God
is,
is.
and all is well.
and all
All
is
is
well.
well.
There is nothing to fear.
There's
There's
nothing to
nothing to
fear.
fear.
There is only love.
There's
There's
only
only
love.
love.
Namaste.
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 I love you.
Thank everyone. Jim, can you stay on after this meeting is officially
Yeah,
ended and
sure.
stopped recording?
Yeah,
All right.
Joan, I just wanted to ask you if it's okay if Jim sends me your email so I can send you the email that I got from Silent Unity and the prayer that they're praying for
Oh,
your,
sure.
All
okay?
right. I'll get
Yeah.
that to you. And so what we'll do is stop the recording and go from there and see. Kathleen, if you'd like to stay or however we want to work this out. Be the love that you are and stop being a fake. Being a fake produces guilt. Being yourself eliminates guilt. Who can feel guilty for being themselves? I'll see you next time. Thank you
Okay.
Thank
so much.
everyone.
Bye,
Namaste.
Good night.
everybody. Have
Bye-bye.
a wonderful
Namaste.
week.
Namaste. Thank
Kathleen,
you.
is that a different prayer than we're praying?